What up, guys? Your boy BZ back again with a quick video. I get this question a lot, so I wanted to make a quick video kind of explaining the differences between these two print methods. One of them being Plastisol Ink, which we used to use a lot in our old stuff when we didn't print our own products. And then the other one being water-based ink, which is pretty much everything that we print with is water-based ink now. And there are some key differences, and both of them have good aspects and bad aspects. Let's just start with the Plastisol ink, because that's what you're gonna find on like maybe 89 to honestly most shirts at the mall. Most of these huge brands, they're almost all using Plastisol ink. One, because it's cheap. Two, because the coverage is a lot better. So like if you use white ink and you do a single pass, chances are you're gonna have a brighter white than water-based, which you might need to do two passes. But basically, this is a very, very old design that we had, and it's printed on a black shirt with Plastisol ink. And I don't know if the video is going to pick it up or not, but this has a very kind of rough texture to it. Let me throw this on my shoulder. And another thing about that rough texture is, listen. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it makes a noise. So if you're out and you got some dust on you and you do this, it's going to make that sandpaper noise. Now, if you do it on just like the t-shirt part, let me do it on this part, you're going to hear something because there's friction there. But this, it's a little annoying to me. One of the main things about this versus water-based ink, you could wash this a million times and it's not really going to fade, but eventually it's going to start cracking and like flaking off. And so it's a little more durable, and it's a plastic. It's a liquid PVC that lays on top of the fabric, whereas a water-based lays on top, but the darker colors are more like a dye, so it dyes the fabric. The water-based ink isn't going to peel off, it's not going to crack off, but it's going to fade a lot more. So if you wash it on a high setting a lot, like you wear the shirt multiple days a week and you wash it a lot and you dry it with your towels, it's going to fade, but it'll give you that vintage look if you like it. And if you don't want it to fade, just wash it on like delicate settings, wash it inside out. But yeah, this is going to be a lot brighter, but it's going to be a little rougher. And when you wear this shirt specifically, you could feel it. Like you can feel the print on your chest. And I know you guys have felt that before. Let me just throw that out of the way. I know you guys have felt that before because most of the shirts at the mall, if they got a big print, it's going to feel like that's going to feel shitty. This shirt that I'm wearing right here, this is water-based ink. It kind of looks gray because the light right here is off, but it's white. But the thing is, I've worn this a lot and I washed it a lot, and I didn't wash it on any kind of low settings. I just wash everything regular. So listen, you can hear it, but that's just the shirt. So if I do that down here, you still hear it, but you don't feel this thing. You don't feel it. It's a lot softer. It did fade, but there's no cracks in it. The print is still crisp. The print is crisp and it's not cracked. This shirt, however, and this is black printed on like a really dark. Let me turn the light on for this. This is a black ink and a white ink printed on a really dark shirt. But look at it. It's kind of faded. You could definitely see like a lot of the fuzz from the shirt. But the image is still there for the most part. You can still read all the words. And there's no real way for me to illustrate this. But let me put it right. It's really quiet. But this shirt was more like a blemish shirt, a test shirt for me to kind of dial in some settings or whatever. But so that's what you need to ask yourself. There's a trade-off here. You're either going to have something that's really soft but could fade more, or you're going to have something that's rougher and less comfortable that won't fade but could peel. Somebody dries a Plastisol shirt on a super high setting, or if bleach gets on it, it's going to crack, it's going to peel, it's going to flake off. Whether that's a month from now or 4 years from now, who knows? And that's something, if you guys are aspiring to be entrepreneurs in the apparel industry, especially printing, it's what you got to ask yourself, because a lot of people do appreciate the water-based ink. When you go to an event and they feel your print, they're like, wow, that's soft. That's all they think about. That's all they care about. They want to be comfortable. Now, if you have a print that has tons of colors and you're printing it on a black shirt, you're probably going to need that extra pigmentation of the Plastisol ink. So there's pros and cons to both. As of right now, we only use water-based ink. In the future, will I use Plastisol? Maybe. Everything has its give and take. There's nothing wrong with either of those. Whichever you decide is best for you, especially if you're printing it, you need to take that into consideration, because Plastisol, you need a lot of chemicals to clean your equipment, whereas water-based ink, you can use water and clean it off, water and a rag, and you don't kill the environment with all those chemicals. Yeah, like I said, I want to keep this short. If you found this video interesting and you give a fuck and you like these videos and want me to do more of these brand how-to videos, please, please, please like and then leave a comment and let me know if this video brought you any benefit, or maybe you want to know about vinyl press, maybe you want to know about embroidery, maybe you want to know about appliques. Leave questions in the comments, and I'll try to answer all of them. I don't get a ton of comments as it is, so unless they're rude comments, I always respond. This has been your boy Beezy. I'm out. Peace.